You've mentioned how antibiotics are in our meat. Why should I care?
The main reason to care about antibiotics being in our meat is, number one, we're eating residues of toxic chemicals and drugs and hormones. There's huge amounts of hormone residues in meat and dairy products and eggs, all animal-based foods. And so we're eating the residues that are toxic. And then the other thing, of course, is that antibiotic use creates antibiotic-resistant bacteria, which basically wipes out any chance we have of defending ourselves. So I think the whole idea is to, again, realize that the violence we're inflicting on all levels, on animals and really at the cellular level, even on bacteria, by fighting against them, by creating antibiotics. What does antibiotic mean? It means anti-life. So by just constantly creating all these antibiotics, they end up inside of us. I mean, our microbiome, this is our most precious community, lives inside of us. Just in the last 10 years, we've learned that we have about 25 trillion cells of our body and about 25 trillion cells living inside our body that are not us. They're bacteria and other organisms that live inside of us that digest all of our food. And the basic idea is if we're eating animal-based foods, we're not feeding the microbiome in our body, the bacteria in our body, a healthy food for them. They're designed to eat starch, basically, and polypeptides, which come from plant-based foods. So if I'm eating meat and dairy, or if I'm eating antibiotics, or if I'm eating glyphosate, which is a broad-spectrum antibiotic, I'm destroying the health of the microbiome. And the microbiome now is understood not only to be important for our digestive health, but there's also a direct connection between our microbiome and our brain through the vagus nerve. It determines our mood. So that the moods that people have of depression and anxiety and frustration are actually due directly to the antibiotics and other pesticides in meat and dairy that they're eating, causing a community inside them that's unhappy and miserable and frustrated. And so we need to just love this inner community that we have inside of us and feed this not only love and caring, but also healthy organic plant-based foods so that we'll have a positive experience of life.
A paleo author was saying that growing vegetables is just as bad as eating animal products because insects and small animals are killed during the normal agriculture of plant-based foods. What do you think of that?
It's just absolutely ridiculous because essentially if I'm eating a plant-based foods, then it takes a fraction of the plants to eat. As soon as I'm eating meat or dairy or eggs, there's massive fields of corn and soy and alfalfa and other grains that are grown to feed the cows and pigs and chickens that need to eat all these foods in order to grow so that I can eat them. So if we want to minimize the amount of violence to little mice and voles and other animals, then the best thing we can do is to eat a plant-based diet. That minimizes the amount of land that's being used in agriculture. It minimizes the amount of, and especially organic, so it minimizes the amount of killing, because as soon as these farmers are spraying pesticides, they're killing birds, they're killing ducks, they're killing all kinds of animals. So to eat organic, whole food, plant-based diet minimizes the amount of killing. And as soon as we eat animal-based foods, we're not only killing the animals we're eating directly, we're wiping out ecosystems and killing a lot of animals. For example, the cutting down of rainforest to grow soybeans to feed cows and pigs and chickens and other animals, that's happening right now. According to biologists, anyone who moves to a plant-based way of eating is saving between 100 and 150 trees every year. So we're saving trees, we're saving animals too, because deforestation is killing habitat and destroying billions and billions of animals. So it's very unfortunate that paleo people and others are spreading misinformation that spreads confusion about what's really happening here, because eating a plant-based diet is much more sustainable and requires much less suffering of animals.
Can you sum up everything we've talked about today in 15 seconds?
The essence of the teaching is good news, that all of us have been given the gift of a physical body that does not require any animal to suffer to thrive and celebrate our lives on this beautiful earth. And when we bring our lives into alignment with that understanding and eat an organic, whole food, plant-based diet, then we're creating the foundation for peace, harmony, justice, freedom, liberation, and sustainability, not only for ourselves and our loved ones, but for all living beings. And it's something that all of us can do. It just requires us to question the official narratives in our society and trust our inner wisdom and our inner compassion.
What's the one thing I need to do today?
The most important thing anyone can do is to make an effort to understand the consequences of animal agriculture, and then to bring our lives into alignment with that understanding and do it with love and respect for all life.
Why do you feel it was so important to come here to speak at the Real Truth About Health conference?
I came here to speak at the Real Truth About Health conference in order to deliver a message that we as human beings have nothing stopping us from a beautiful future. There's a future that's beckoning. We live on a beautiful and abundant earth. We can feed everyone on this earth on a fraction of the land. We can allow the rivers and oceans and forests to heal. We can allow our bodies to heal, our minds, our psyches, and our societies to heal. The main thing is to question animal agriculture, the outer destruction of animal agriculture, and what it does to the inner landscape of our consciousness, to heal our mind, and to learn to look with eyes that see beings rather than see commodities. And I feel that that message is the core message of the Real Truth About Health conference. That's the core to physical health, psychological health, spiritual health, environmental health, and cultural health. They all have to work together for health. And the real truth about health is that all aspects of health are interconnected, and they're rooted in compassion for all life, for the sacred web of life, and that means especially the animals who are mindlessly abused. So the key reason I came here was to raise awareness so that we can become more mindful and conscious about our food choices.
If people want to learn more about your work, where should they go?
The best place to go to learn more about the work that I'm doing would be to go to our website, worldpeacediet.com. That's probably the easiest way. You can see there videos of talks and our lecture schedule, also the World Peace Diet book and other books. I've written a book called Buddhism and Veganism, another book called Circles of Compassion, Essays Connecting Issues of Justice, another book on developing intuition, another book of music, scores, and my wife's art. And we have a training there. If people want to go deeper into these ideas, there's a World Peace Diet Facilitator training. A lot of people take the training and then go on to become vegan coaches and teachers and create beautiful things in the world to help promote vegan living. So the whole idea is that we can work together. I'm happy to work with anyone. You can email me through the website as well. I'm here to just work and cooperate with anyone who wants to help raise awareness about making a better world through compassion for all life. The only thing I'd like to add is to encourage all of us to remember that what we are is an infinite and eternal field of awareness, functioning through a physical body. We're just here on this earth for a few decades, and that every morning we can wake up and give thanks, that we can learn more and we can become part of the solution here. We can contribute to the healing of our planet. We can contribute to the awakening of society, and that's a reason to be very happy and to look at everyone we meet as a brother or sister on the journey of awakening, that we're all in this together.